Let's play darts. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a 61. 61, let's be frank about it, not very good darts, but today I've got some excuses for you. I've got information. Something's happened. Several things have happened. One major thing happened. I haven't played darts in 3 days. Not because I haven't wanted to, because I haven't been able to. I sustained an injury. Yes. Everybody calm down. Everybody relax. I'm okay, right? But I've done some damage. I've done some damage to my leg wobbler. You know, my little sort of foot knob, okay? My ankle. I played football on Sunday. I think I may have mentioned it. I was playing some football. Now I played football on Friday night. I played 80 minutes on Friday night and I was fine. Everything was great. Living the dream. Oh, Sunday morning, back in my Sunday team. I came on with about half an hour of the game left. 5 minutes later, I'm off. Nobody around me, not even a tackle. My ankle rolled. Just no one around me. I've put my leg down and I heard a big snap. Bad news. Now, I haven't mentioned this before, but I broke my ankle. Probably must be 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago. I broke my ankle playing football, big tackle, snapped. I had a recovery that wasn't going well, wasn't healing. I had to get a screw put in my ankle. Luckily, this is my other ankle. But I have been, up until today, laying down. Even up to this point, about 10 minutes ago, I'm laying down in bed with some ice on it. I'm doing what I can. In fact, I'll show you some photos. I'm sure I can use my YouTube skills to pop up some photos of how my ankle's looking at the moment. It's not good, guys, okay? It's not good. Walk around, hobble around, right? So I know it's not broken. I'm sure it's not broken, okay? But it has meant that I haven't been able to play any darts. And this is the first time throwing. And I thought, you know what, I can stand for 20 minutes here. I'll get some in, I want to put my body on the line. Put my body on the line for you. That's what I'm going to do today. But I will be honest, we're not going to do too much fun things today. Purely because I'm expecting my darts to be absolutely awful. Now, the good news is it's my right ankle. So when I broke my ankle, it was my left ankle. This is my right one. And because I'm left-handed, I'm leaning on my left foot here. So my right foot, which is not in great shape, is fortunate because I wouldn't be able to play at all if it was my left. Well, let's go down to 19s. Oh dear. So what I'm going to do today, because if I'm honest, I'm not really sure how today's going to go. I'm just going to go through my warm-up. There's no point really trying to play good darts today. I'm just not going to get the hours in to make it worth my time. So I want to show you my whole warm-up, run through what's been going on, and I thought you would just do an update really in case I ended up not posting anything this week. So I'm hoping then if I give it another 2 days rest after this, I'll be back on the oche and I'll be able to do 20 minutes without any of this complaining. And if you want more complaints, I can give you some. A little bit of man flu going on here as well here. It's real warriors, you know, they can put up with ankle injuries, they can put up with their arms chopped off, okay, or an arrow in the eye. You can survive those things. Man flu, slightly different thing, okay, as you know. So once this little foot knuckle gets better, I'll be on this hockey again. But it's put a stop to many plans. I was meant to play my first league game this Wednesday for darts team. Cancelled it. I had other things on that I had to cancel. So it's a bit of a shame really. But you know what? Life puts in front of you lots of little fences to jump. And you've got to keep jumping them. And I can't jump at all right now. So that's not ideal. But we're going to try and throw a few straight darts. So what I do is my warm-up is generally I'll throw a load of 20s and then once I'm getting straight darts I'll drop down to 19s. And that's what we're going to do today. And then I'll throw some of this double 16, this double 4, and then a few at tops. When I'm feeling comfortable around it, then I'll play round the clock on singles, and I normally play the singles game you get on Dart Counter. So whether we get that far, I'm not sure. So let's have a look here. Now, I've got loads of more to explain today, which is why I did this video, because it's probably not going to be the most exciting, but it will give you an insight into how I operate on a daily basis. So there we go, that's good. So if we get like 9 darts like that in a row, I'll tend to move on at that point. So it's a shame that I've had to cancel Wednesday night's match. But I can't walk around like this. I mean, I want to be up for about 20 minutes here and I'll be straight back into bed or on my sofa, leg up. I've done this before. It's not my first rodeo on the old ankle. As you know, I broke my left. I've been playing football since I was a wee man, a wee child. I reckon I've probably strained or damaged badly ankle ligaments on both ankles at least 5 times each. I've only broken it once. This is another bad ligament damage. So I've got glass ankles at this stage of my career. And I'm not retiring. No one's going to force me to retire. I will keep going until I have no ankle left. And that is the sound of a madman. Right, 20s. Yeah, not good. It's probably going to be like this today. Other good news, or bad news, it's just news time. Good news is Ryan, shout out to Ryan who emailed me and said, I was going to send you some darts I don't use. I think they might suit you. Get on with them. Let us know. I'm going to do a video on that. So hopefully maybe the next video later on in the week will be about those. These are the SamsonDoesDarts darts. I've actually got them here. They came through the post and I only got them on Sunday. So that's when I did my injury. So I haven't even been able to use them yet, but I've put some little bit of K-Flex on, but there you are, that's what they look like. The old SamsonDoesDarts ones. So it's got I won't go through it now, but I guess it's a bit more straighter dart than I'm used to. And some nice grip on there, which will be suitable for me. But it's an interesting time. I'm going to give them a go, but in my mind, I'm not going to be switching from these. Unless there's something about them that is substantially better for me. I've been seeing my most improvement with the Asp Gen 2s and a little bit more front weighted might be more suitable for me like these. So we'll give that a proper go next time and run through those darts. So that's great. And thanks for that. I do like getting my hands on new darts, giving them a go. So that'll be fun. Right, let's go 20s again. Yeah, today is just really showing you how I warm up and giving you an update. Please, apologies for what I can only describe as it's going to be some poor darts, some poor arrows today. And look, I'm hobbling around, but it's not so bad. I reckon now, because it's the first time throwing, how long we've been throwing for, been on my feet for. Been on my feet for about 10 minutes now. So I'm feeling all right. So I reckon hopefully I can get some more darts in as the week goes on. I've gone down to 19s. Oh, strong 9 there. But it's a shame I didn't do this sort of before the weekend, because then I could have watched more of the darts. People write off Rob Cross. I even saw some mad people saying that he should have been in the Premier League. I mean, he's absolutely top elite player. When he's in form, it's very difficult to back against him, Rob Cross. He was in form at the beginning of last year as well. So it'll be interesting to see how he gets on in the World Masters this weekend. Looking forward to that. But yeah, don't ever write off Rob Cross, because once he gets into form, when he's playing top of his game, best player in the world, right? But he just needs to find that form more often, I guess. Right, 19s. I am lucky it's his right foot, because with my left, I think I put too much weight on my leading leg, if that makes sense. I've been thinking about this for quite a while, because it's not uncommon for me to be on this oche for 3 or 4 hours a day at times. I do try and take little breaks, but after about 3 or 4 hours, my left leg really does start to ache. And I feel like maybe my setup, my stand standing posture is a little bit too front weighted on that leg, but right now I'm very grateful for it because I don't really put much weight on this back leg, and that's where I'm in a bit of pain at the moment. Right, they will do. Let's go up to 20s again because I'm struggling to hit these straight ones. And I won't really move on until I feel like I've warmed up enough and can hit some consistency. Which I'm not doing right now in these 20s. That's better. That is better. So we've got lots to look forward to. Okay, it's time. Don't look back. Can't keep looking back and feeling sorry for myself. So looking forward, we're going to try these new darts off. It's coming towards the end of the month, so we'll be updating the average for January, where we're at. Going to do a little bit more on that last straight to the point video. Maybe I'll pull out some clips on that and explain sort of how I'm using that advice to get better, because I have got better this month. And it's very hard not to put it down to a lot of what straight to the point Daniel said to me, and I've implemented into my game. And it's mainly around follow through and what that really means in terms of my handprint, how I push my hand through. Poor stuff, really. I'm just glad to be here. Just glad to be here with you guys. There's not much fun about laying in bed all day. I'm not really that sort of person. So lazing around in front of the TV for 24 hours isn't much fun for me. I need to be doing things. I'm itchy. So I had to speak to someone. If I'm high energy today, it's because I haven't really had too much communication with the outside world. Right, 20s, come on. I mean, just because of this leg hobbling, I the way I'm standing here at this hockey must be slightly different than normal, just so I'm comfortable. So I'm also conscious I don't want to play too much and then have to like end up making slight changes in my throw because I'm compensating for this leg. So I'm a bit stuck really. What do? Do I just take the time off? Or do I try and get in like 20 minutes like this every day? Now, because I've broken this before, I am aware that this time round does feel like a very bad sprain, perhaps some ligament damage. I heard a crack. That's what really worried me. And the swelling at first was pretty bad. It is a lot less now. So a little bit of bruising coming out. Right, that's better. We've thrown a few better ones there, those 20s. Let's try and throw some at double 16. Yeah, it's strange. Even after a few days, I don't feel myself. I feel like I'd have to play here really for about an hour until I felt like my old self back. At the moment, these feel, even after a few days, feel a little bit foreign to me in my hand. Oh my goodness. I mean, I'm nowhere near. I'm playing extremely poorly, but I'm not really going to be too much on top of myself about this. I'll be honest, I'm quite glad I'm just throwing a few. I didn't think I would be all week. I was worried it was broken, and then that'd be a serious problem. I'd have to do wheelchair darts. I mean, this is pretty terrible. I mean, wheelchair darts might be an option. But it can't be much worse than this. Holy smokes. Got one, but I feel like Ah, that's a bit better. That second one or third one had gone wild, like this one. I would have put it down as a fluke, but that's a bit better. Normally I'll try and hit 3 16s, not in a row, and then I'll move on to 4s. We're going to struggle to get 3 here. I'm nowhere near. I mean, I always got camera sub lucky. It is my ankle here, it's my leg here. It's not my hand, not my arm. So there's loads to be grateful for, I think. I used to do a lot of jiu-jitsu. I had many elbow injuries. That would have been a problem for darts. Big time. So an elbow injury, probably the worst with the wrist. So I guess I should be fortunate. I mean, really, really not good, but I'm just glad I'm throwing. So let's just leave it at that. I'm not going to comment any more about how bad my darts are. They're all there for you to see. You've got eyes. Unless you've injured your eyes, and then I'd be questioning whether watching YouTube is probably the best use of your time. Look at those ones. So I will comment when they're good. That's what we're after. So 2 of them in there. So we'll move to double 4s. Now double 4 is what killed me last time on the match. Couldn't get close to double 4, double 6. Ooh, a little bit better. I mean, it's better than how I played in the match. Now, after I hit these double 4s, I'll normally go tops. Hit that 3 times, and then I'll move on to games. So I'll normally play singles game on dart counter. And I'll go round the clock on that, and I'll expect to hit 45 plus. If I pass that test, I'll either do doubles round the clock, or I'll just do Bob's 27. Depends on my time. If I've got enough time, I'll just do the full doubles round the clock. If not, I'll do Bob's 27, and then I'll get on to matches. Or if I've still got time, either Bob's 27 or the 1-2-1 checkout game. I do feel that's helping my checkout scoring and just checkouts generally by playing that game. So I'm using that almost every day when I'm training as well. Oh la la. Yeah, it's just hard. If I'm honest, guys, it's just hard. It's just hard to. I'm glad I'm throwing them. If I'm honest, it's kind of demoralising at the same time, because it's sort of been like make me think, well, there's probably going to be no point even training even for 20 minutes, and maybe I should just focus on this recovery. And because I've done this so many times, I do know how to recover from these things, and predominantly that first 48, 72 hours is rest, ice, compression, ice for 20 minutes, half an hour off, where it's strapped up and compressed, and then you do the cycle again and again. I use ibuprofen gel as well. That's what I've been doing. I have got the swelling down an awful lot. I'm feeling better every day. The man flu is one of the most dangerous diseases known to mankind. So I can't give much advice on that, but I can give advice on a bad ankle injury. Port. I'll throw 3 more bull, just to let you release you from your duties. You've been kind to me. You looked after me today. You're like a nurse, darts nurse. I love that. Thank you. That will do today, guys. I'm just glad I made it on the oche. It's not too bad, if I'm honest, aching. I'm hobbling around, but in terms of ache-wise, not so bad. So I reckon I can squeeze in another one of these, perhaps tomorrow, maybe the next day. We'll see how I get on. But that's an update for you with the old leg wobbler there. and hopefully next time you see me, I'll be in a bit better spirits. But it's been a rough few days, but we're staging a comeback. The comeback will be worth the downfall. So good luck to you guys.